Film. So today we are testing out the Canon EOS R versus the 5D Mark III. Two legends of photography going up head to head. Explosion. So we have model Mel Marie here.
I'm in Lightwave Studios. I'm Mel Marie, and I've shot with Chris here, twice now? Yeah. From Belgium, raised in the Poconos. I work at a dance studio. So if you're shooting with me, I'm gonna be dancing and kinda can't keep a straight face because I'm like, all the time. I was 18, I wanted to rebel a little bit, and I was like, Mom, you don't like tattoos? Guess what I'm gonna get? Tattoos.
First, we're gonna see what the EOS R can do on the beach at sunset. We've got three of my favorite lenses, the 50mm 1.2, the 85mm 1.2, and the 135 f2. We're gonna be shooting with the Profoto B1X Strobes and the 2x3 Profoto Softbox. Now let's see what these lenses can do on the EOS R. Here's the 50mm 1.2. Here's the 85 1.2. And the 135mm f2. For me, I enjoyed shooting on the EOS R. It wasn't quite as fast as the Canon 5D Mark III for me, but part of that maybe just that I'm less familiar with the menus and the system of the EOS R. Now, having the photos pop up in the viewfinder as I was shooting was a bit distracting on the EOS R. I was able to disable that function in the menus. I also noticed on the EOS R, I was accidentally touching the control bar here and the control ring as I was shooting and adjusting the settings by accident. I ended up disabling the touch features on the EOS R so I didn't have to worry about touching them while I was shooting. I also felt like I couldn't get into as much of a groove shooting on the EOS R as I could on the 5D Mark III. The autofocus would sometimes go haywire, or I'd fumble on the touchscreen and knock one of my settings off. I felt like I had to be more careful with what I was doing, and that distracted me from shooting and getting into the zone. I really did enjoy shooting on the EOS R though. It felt like it was a whole new way of shooting, and I think I just need a bit more practice to get comfortable with some of the settings. Autofocus between the two cameras is interesting. It takes a bit of time to get used to the autofocus tracking on the EOS R, but once you get used to it and you trust it, it's pretty accurate and fast. For some setups on the EOS R, I also use the single point autofocus, where you can touch the back of the screen and adjust your autofocus points. This is a feature I like a lot, but it is easy to slip and move one of those points of focus, but the more I shot with it, the more familiar it became. When I switched back to my Canon 5D Mark III, the little joystick to adjust the focus points definitely felt slower, and you have a lot less points to select your autofocus with. We went out to the beach, we took some photos out there, and now we're in the studio.
Next, we have fog machine. I'm super excited for that because I've never used a fog machine before.
It might look crazy, it might just cover you in fog and we don't see you,
Yeah.
but I'm hoping that it kind of like adds like a cool texture to the scene. Now we also wanted to do more of a pixel-pixel comparison of the 5D Mark III versus the Canon EOS R. So we shot a photo with the same lens, same lighting, and same basic pose with each camera. Here's the EOS R. And here's the 5D Mark III. I feel like the EOS R is a great companion camera to my 5D Mark III, but I wouldn't want to exchange it for the 5D Mark III. I feel like the EOS R has some certain limitations that hold it back, whereas the traditional DSLR style, for me, still feels like the best and fastest way to shoot.
Don't forget to subscribe to Film Jams on YouTube. Peace. So, how do you think? Stop. I feel like we should like do like a Jaws scene, get some sharks.